So what's the best hairstyle if you've got a receding hairline? Well, in this video, I'll be showing you how to get this side part hairstyle, which looks great normally, but works particularly well if you've got thin hair or if you've got a noticeably receding hairline. When it comes to trying a new hairstyle, the first step is to get a haircut that's appropriate, because your hair has to easily be able to go into the shape that you want. Otherwise, you're really going to struggle. So to show you the process, I decided to take my camera to the local barbers. Cameron's going to be cutting my hair today. It's been about 2.5 weeks since my last cut. Unfortunately, with being on YouTube, I have to have it cut constantly. But I'd always recommend at least once a month anyway, because otherwise your hairstyle starts to lose shape after that. Now, the real emphasis with this haircut is shorter on the sides. And the reason that this works so well if you've got thinner hair or a receding hairline is it changes the density proportions. Basically, on the sides and back of your head, your hairs are really dense. You'll notice with guys who've got severe balding, the hair on the sides and the back is still there. And this can proportionally make the hair on top look even thinner. So what you want to do is reduce the actual amount of hair on the back and sides to make the top look a bit more in proportion with the rest of the hair. And also, it helps to elongate the head. Cameron's starting here with a skin fade, so it's like a 0 back and sides. I like to keep it nice and short, especially over the ears. And then he's working up nice and high with a fade towards the top. Here, there's also a conscious effort to make sure that the hair on each side of the part is different lengths. This is easily going to allow me to style the hair at the end, and also it means it's nice and easy to find the parting in the first place. You'll notice as well that the parting is tactically positioned in the receded area. The reason I do this is because it helps to neutralize the recessed area. The recession just looks like an extension of the parting, and it also makes it really easy for me to find. There's no real sort of undercut with this one because we're going for a much more classic look overall. The front of the hair is also slightly longer than the back of the hair, which means I can easily pull it across later. So overall, he's done a really good job on this one. Now let's get down to styling this side part. This video is made possible by today's video sponsor, which is Dadude. And I've been almost religiously recommending these products on this channel for about 2 years now, because you get loads for your money and the performance is excellent. For this type of hairstyle to look the best, I'd recommend using some form of texturizing spray. The sea salt spray is a great choice. You'll find links to this one and the other products in the description below if you want to try them for yourself, as well as a cheeky discount code. For this hairstyle, you don't need huge volume, but an extra bit of added texture with this stuff is going to be the right amount. You need to start this hairstyle with freshly washed hair, nice and clean, ready for the products. So now I'm applying the sea salt spray, a nice light covering over the whole head. And as with the majority of hairstyles that I recommend, you're going to need some form of hairdryer and a hairbrush. And if you want to get the best results whilst being safe with your scalp, make sure you change your hairdryer to fast speed but medium temperature. This is going to act to both dry the hair but also help to style it. For this type of hairstyle, I initially start by combing all of the hair over, sort of in the way I want to style it later. This will help to force the hair to sit in that direction. Next, I go over it with the brush in like a zigzag motion. This will help to create an extra bit of texture in their head too. For this hairstyle, I'll be using the hairdryer to blow the hair in the direction I want the style. In some cases, you can blow in the opposite direction to get extra volume, but with this hairstyle, it's not really necessary. But what I will be doing is using a round brush to then scoop up sections of the hair and then pull them up and across to the side. You don't need too much force here, you don't want to rip the hairs out, but just a little bit of motion can add a tiny bit of volume. And gradually, you'll see the effect of the sea salt spray. It makes this kind of hairstyle way easier to start with. And just make sure you've got the hair at the back of the head sorted as well. You may not be able to see it at first, but sometimes this can be sticking out like Sonic the Hedgehog. So make sure you use the brush and then comb this in the correct direction as well. And I'm also just going to make sure that the other side of the parting is secured as well. So now I've got the basic structure in my hair, and it's in generally the right sort of style. Now it's time for the styling product. The Dawax has been my go-to styling product for probably 18 months now, because the hold is excellent and it provides a nice matte finish for a hairstyle just like this one. It works well with fine and thin hair because it grips a lot, and also it doesn't leave a greasy finish. You can't see through to the scalp with this stuff, which is awesome. This stuff is powerful, so I'm only going to start by using a tiny amount on my fingertip. With other products you need a lot more. With this, you need barely anything. I'm just going to spread this evenly between the hands to make sure I can apply it easily to the hair. And then I'm going to apply the product right down to the roots, making sure I'm covering all the areas from the back right to the front. In other videos where I wanted to get, big pompadour style, you've seen me in motions going towards the back of my hair. But for this one, because we're coming across to the side, I'm just running my fingers through and pulling it across to the side slightly. And what I'm also doing with this one is moving some of the hairs that are at the back of my head, I'm sort of pushing them forward slightly as well. This just ensures that from a side perspective, the hair looks as good as possible. With the Dow Axe, there's no real need to put a comb through this while styling either. Using some simple scrunching motions with your hand can add any extra texture. And boom, we're pretty much sorted. The hair is in the place that it wants to be. You've got the overall slick style with a little bit of volume and plenty of life. The hold from the Dow Axe, in all truth, is very strong anyway. But if you've got hair that tends to flop down a lot, then I'd highly recommend using some form of hairspray. And as you may have seen with the other products as well, with the Dadood ones, you get an absolute ton for your money. I like misting of this from about 10 inches away and you're sorted. You don't need to touch or fiddle with your hair after this point. That's going to be locked and loaded and ready to go. And you've now got a hairstyle that'll look great even if your hair's quite thin, really easy maintenance, and it optimizes what you've got on your head. Let me know if you found this video useful and if you want to see any similar videos like this one down in the comment section below. Thanks to Dadood for sponsoring this video. You're going to find a link to this and the other products in the description below. I've been recommending these products for ages on my channel. Feel free to go and check some of the other videos out. If you use it properly, you won't be disappointed. If you enjoyed the video, press the like button. And if you want to see similar videos just like this one on how to style your hair and what to wear, make sure you press the round subscribe icon just to this side here. And I've also got 2 more fun videos for you to watch next, right down there. And I'll see you in the next one of them.